Good afternoon on what is a warm, bright and sunny day. It is Wednesday the 19th of June and I'm in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. And what I've got in here is this, and you can't see what they are, so let's open up. And we've got this sheaf of scenarios for Delta Green. And these are all available. These are the print-on-demand versions. So I've already had a look at puppet shows and shadow plays. So the next one down, I'm going to have a look at is From the Dust. So Delta Green, the role-playing game, is the role-playing game of unnatural investigations and governmental conspiracies, in which you play generally federal agents or affiliated friendlies who investigate the what's called the unnatural, the incursions of the Lovecraftian mythos into the world and cover them up on behalf of the government, because you do not want the general populace wanting to be aware of the true nature of the universe as it is. And because you've got to keep it secret, you don't get counselling, you suffer in silence for the most part, and there are consequences to investigating these threats, even though you are saving the world. So, Gorgo Mormo, Thousand-Faced Moon. The Gerritsen Mansion, built in Red Hook in 1847, stands covered by scaffolding and plastic tarps in its slow metamorphosis into condominiums. A capable construction crew has the goodwill of neighbours, but when the day's work ends, something stirs in the darkness. Soft voices whisper, weird footprints linger, children of Red Hook have begun to vanish. Delta Green takes an interest. The Gerritsen Mansion did not always have that name. Your agents must discover the 3 most recent disappearances and strange reports from the Gerritsen Mansion. If some unnatural horror is at work, they must find a way to stop it. The moon darkens, fears gather. The infants of Red Hook are hardly the only ones at risk. From the Dust is a complete scenario for Delta Green, the role-playing game of Lovecraftian horror and conspiracy. It's playable with the full rules in the Agent's Handbook, or the quick start rules in Delta Green Need to Know, available from Arc Dream Publishing. If you don't know it, Need to Know is a quick start and combined screen with a really really great introduction scenario. Last things last. It's a really good scenario. But let's have a look at From the Dust. So this is by Dennis Detwiller, who is probably best known actually for 2 things: for his artwork contributions to the Delta Green line, and also as the author of Impossible Landscapes, the campaign involving the Yellow Sign. Absolutely terrific piece of horror, and if you get a chance to play it, really do. Anyway, so there we go, straight into it, no messing around. You are a bit of a you've got an introduction, an explanation of what's really going on, and a briefing that the player characters, the agents, will receive, and an overview map of the Red Hook area and its location, and details of what the agents are going to need, basically their contact number, the phone number, and the green box. Now the green box is a box, it could be a lock-up, it could be just a back room, that sort of thing, where excess equipment or equipment that the agents have got hold of, or items have got hold of and just need to store. And often it's just registered with Delta Green, and it's available for access if necessary. So yeah, you've got details of what's in the green box, and then it begins to deal with exactly what's going on. So you've got the disappearances, working through back through the most recent ones. So there, and then over the page, and you've got a more detailed sort of marked up map of the area of Red Hook, and then you get to the S. Gerritsen Mansion condo project. There we go, including some disinformation research, extra information that the player characters, the agents can find, which may or may not be useful. And then we have the NPCs, so the Bloomfield Associates crew, Essentially, this is the people working on the project. So the agents get to interview them. So you've got full dossiers on them. So basically, looking at, say, for example, Charlotte Lottie Dunbar, construction worker, her background, her goals, what she knows, and so on. And none of them are necessarily absolutely perfect. For example, Lottie's goals are exploit anyone or anything to get meth. So you've got all of these different NPCs. Essentially, the agents will be interviewing and collating information from in order to continue their investigation. Then you've got really nice floor plans of the Garretson mansion, and you kind of look at that and you kind of go, oh yeah, that's got to be haunted, there's got to be something going on, it's just too weird to look at. In true kind of Southern Gothic or Americana fashion, that kind of house is always haunted and the like. So we've got details of the building itself, and sort of like basically some of the progress made on the house on its redevelopment, and then in the field surveillance, tapes, traps, and so on, and the strangeness of the raccoons pervading the building site, and then it's got a reputation as the baby killer house. Basically, this is drawing the agents further and further into the investigation of the house itself. Actually, kind of begin to explain what's going on, what they're going to encounter once they explore it, and further in discover some of the secrets and encounter the unnatural towards the end. So that really comes to a close. That looks to be a really weird, kind of creepy scenario, and there you've got one of the raccoon-like creatures. That's definitely not a raccoon, though. That the player characters, the agents, might well encounter in the course of their investigation. So that is From the Dust, an investigation for Delta Green, the role-playing game from Arc Dream Publishing. Well, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a package containing a book or game, or in this case a scenario for Delta Green, the role-playing game, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook, and we'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.